perfection of hard working. This is vital.
Okay.
The whispering sound from the wind. Have you tried?
Probably need to go put a dent in the deer blood. Or not the deer blood, the troll blood. That's probably what we need. Yeah, we gotta get this done.
Good. Don't be picky with your potions.
By my blade!
Well. Alright. The great suck begins.
Here, be a good child and drink this potion.
Yep! Atone! Ah! Atone!
Good. Don't be picky with your potions. It's good I prepared these for you.
By my blade! Yep!
So we're gonna try to not blow through all of our energy on every character trying to go gather right now. Because I'm gonna bank on during Tremaine. They're gonna be doing bigger events, so I want to have something that's easier, and I can easily get my if I use like the Dracania, I can AFK horse train on her. And that's a full night of energy right there. Plus, I still need to level Gold Ship up. I haven't leveled that horse yet. I leveled Apocalyptica twice. Trying to get, because I mean, it was all like the lowest level C you could get, so I mean, it was terrible. And then, if I can go get that leveled up, you know, that'll be whatever. I don't need anything per se for it, but it's just more of just doing it. We're also gonna spot gather this time because they're such in weird spots that they're so short from being full runs that it's not worth running the full run, that it would be more beneficial for me to just spot what I need and get out. So we're probably gonna spot gather what we need in Bloods. Because, like, I only need 3,000 wolf blood, so basically just hunt 3,000 wolf blood and then leave. We need 22,000 troll blood. I'll get about 15 on this run. Usually is what we walk away with here. So that's my logic, is we'll wait for the Tremaine events. If we're gonna do any degenerate gathering, it'll be then.
Atone! By my blade!
Yeah, that's right. I should probably be using Fairy Powder Guild quest. Interesting that it's a fairy breath versus the fairy powder. How they do that, because you'd think they would do the fairy breath would be the thing that you're chasing. Instead, you're chasing the powder, which is the trash item. Where cooking chases the catalyst, alchemy chases the catalyst, hunting doesn't chase the catalyst. The fire horn is its own larger byproduct. Doesn't really make sense, but
By my blade! In the light's name!
Be a good child and drink this potion so it won't hurt.
Yes, 22,080. For a second there, I was looking at it like, wait, is it 18,000? Wrong number I'm looking at.
Atone! Yappa! Yep. By my blade! Yep.
How you teleported through him and not hit him blows my mind.
I can fly anywhere, but don't worry. Here, be a good child and drink this potion.
Atone!
powder from that. Lame. Hello there. How's it going?
Yep.
How you doing today?
Atone! Here. Yep. By my blade!
There you are.
Atone!
Trying to get some of the materials caught up to, for the next alchemy run. So, I'm gonna gather some bloods, hunt some bloods, and probably... I don't know what the third character's gonna do. Kind of see where we are when the time comes. But we're gonna do all of the energy on the Seraph. Then we'll probably go hunt the remaining wolf blood, I think is what I'm looking at there. I can't see, it's behind the streaming software. Get that done. And then I have one full character, which is the Dracania. I'm not sure what she's gonna do. If she'll end up sapping, or if we will end up doing bloods with her, because I need 12,000 fox blood, so that would be most of the energy for that. So we're gonna see kind of what we can get into. And if something changes, something changes. I mean, the long goal is, obviously, making money. So... everything else around that is just, sidelines. That updated, that updated. Re-update that. What server are you on? That'll determine a lot of that. Southeast Asia, you're gonna need to check your check and see how much timber y'all have sitting on the market over there. And that can kind of give us the first indication. Like, which timbers are you looking at? Are they going to pre-order? Is there, like, just maybe less than 100,000? You know, kind of where are we sitting at with the market over there? No, well, it's not necessarily that. It's to see what's your stocks like. Are y'all sitting with a bunch of timber? Because basically what we're gonna do is we're looking at trying to see how life skill heavy your server is. Because I don't know. Like ours, I would just tell you if you don't want to put the effort into it, you sell it as plywoods or sell it as timber. If you want to put some effort into it, certain ones can be sold as planks and plywood. Certain ones can be sold as, they can be sold differently. So, like for instance, you can't sell the... You technically cannot sell the... You can, but you can't really sell the Calpheon crates on North America at plywood level. Because the plywoods are now more expensive than the actual crates, so people aren't going to be buying it unless they're stupid. Then they'll be doing that. Where if you take the... the Snowfield cedar timber here on North America, you can sell that shit at plywood level. And it'll sell instantly to pre-order. But you can't really sell Thuja at the plywood level because it's too expensive to buy the Thuja plywood to make the crate, because you're basically counting the plywood cost of your Snowfield cedar to eat up all that profit, so that you have to physically craft your Thuja. The Caphras timber is probably not wise to buy at the plywood level. You could buy it at the plank level, but not the plywood level. So, but it depends on what your pre-order markets look like. I mean, if you've got a lot of shit selling to pre-order, then you probably can liquidate and make your money, because basically selling your timber on the market is about 65 to 70% of the value of the trade crate. After taxes and shit. The only disadvantage is you don't get the trade level off of it. So that's where you run into an issue. Now, if you're gonna make it crates all on your own, then it's buy all your timbers. You can buy all timbers, and if you're high enough trading level, which I know most of y'all aren't that trading level, you could buy a lot of the planks and some plywoods. So if you want to be patient and turn it into crates, yes. Ores is basically... Ores typically have a more consistent rule of the best place to buy it is between the shard and the ore. You can buy the ingot on certain ones, but the issue is with ores, you actually get more profit from the base level of the ore than you do the melted shard, because as you process the ore, you have the chance of proccing the ingot. So the ones that matters with is the Nock ingot, the nickel ingot. Those are great. Where when you get into the brass and bronze, the brass and the, well, the nickel and the zinc, it's actually more valuable in the ore and the shard because you don't need the ingot. So you're trying to proc as many shards as possible. But you can process up the shards and get multiple, you know, extra ingot procs off of it. So it's one of the few where it's better to, you know, those don't multiply as much. I might do it wrong because making all my ores to pure level. You mean like the pure crystal, like the ones we're using metal solvents? You're probably pushing them too far. They have value up there, and I mean it can make money, like pure platinum. See, that's so the only ones that are worth turning into pure crystals is the copper, the zinc, or the copper, tin, and platinum because of the horse material. But that's dangerous because as people get the Celestial Pathfinder, you know, status, where they get all 3 horses, that market is slowly drying up over time. The more of those exist. So then you got some, like, if you get into the pure, getting into, like, pure mithril, pure knock, pure titanium? You're getting into the horse armor shit, but it's less likely those are gonna sell as fast. Another issue is we've moved away from so much crafting that used to use the pure crystals that it used to be a great moneymaker, but they've just taken so much of the stuff away that would use the pure crystals that there's not much left to do with them. So, you know, I would keep it in, for me, if I was selling the ore-based materials, I would try to keep it in either ore-based, or I would get it into shard-based and just, because the ingots aren't gonna, most of the ingots aren't gonna sell, unless they're the knock, the platinum, or the nickel are really going to be the only ones that are going to sell. As far as jade, more people are likely to buy, like, jade and obsidian at its base level than any of the processed levels, because they want the chance at the higher, at the RNG proc of it. So, while there are times where people will buy it to even shit off, more than likely, people are going to want it in its raw form. And a lot of the crystals don't sell, really. They'll sell, like, you basically sell them the one tier below the Olvia Academy, so that people who are attempting to do Olvia Academy can buy the shit just to make the crystal above that they need for Olvia Academy. So using that material isn't really... It's a waste of the metal solvents, honestly. Or the gem polishers, sorry. Those are gem polishers. But unfortunately, it is server dependent. So what works here on NA may not work in EU, might work in Russia, that might not work in Southeast Asia, or there's stuff in Southeast Asia that may not work here in North America. It's really hard to say because every economy is different in the game. It's not a unified economy of, if this works here, it works everywhere. as long as you've got BDO Analytics as well, if you can use that and it can switch over to the Southeast Asia server and you can analyze your C stuff, that tells you too, like your turnover rate, how much are you selling a day, you know, what can you roughly expect to get? Then you can figure out roughly, based on your max order that you can put in, or that you can list, you can figure out how many people are in the market right then. Like, one of the dumbest things to do on North America is to undercut timber. So, if you are a seller on North America and you undercut timber because you want your 20,000 listed before the other guy, you're literally losing profit because people like me exist who come through and we buy the entire fucking market out. So, you definitely don't want to, here you don't want to list your timbers, and undercut people. You want to keep them all listed at whatever the max price is. Because there are people like me who will come through and will wipe out 200, 300,000 timber like that for one material. So, in one day, I bought 500,000 of the Calpheon timber crates in one day. So all three, so it means I bought 1.5 million timber in one day. Because I was able to buy out the markets a couple times. So, I mean, there are days where that exists. And I mean, I'm wiping a full page of it. Because people have just overstacked, and they keep undercutting each other. But that's one that people don't think it's gonna sell. No, that shit sells like wildfire. Same with ores. Ores here in America, you wouldn't want to undercut your ores. Because as long as it falls under the major category of knock, nickel, copper, zinc, those will all sell instantly for max price when we come through. Just this morning, I bought 250,000 zinc. That was sitting on the market and processed it all today. So, some of those you won't want to be min listing that. Or undercutting listing it. Like, I swear I need to teach an economics class for Black Desert. Because there's a lot of really dumb people out there. That really do have FOMO when it comes to selling on the market. I knew, like, today I was supposed to do Minecraft Monday, but I needed to get this set up because we have the maintenance coming in on the 9th, so I have to get all this shit done. Which I should be able to get it all done by Thursday. Because Thursday's still my down day. Because I need to get my Agris dropped. And set up for I need to get that set up for the 40,000 Agris ticks coming in. So meaning Friday morning I need to be down 40,000 Agris so that the Thursday night, Friday morning ticks up 40,000. Hello there. How's it going, Austin? So what I'm looking at is we're gonna have podcast Thursday, so that's gonna gimp me in terms of grinding. So I can't technically grind unless I come on, unless I can find time in the afternoon, morning, and come grind. Well, no. Hold on. My brain. Let's see here. Okay. Let's reverse engineer this. Friday. Friday, I need 100,000 Agris. So I need 60,000 Agris on Thursday. I'm at 60,000 now. 60,000, 80,000, 100,000, 60,000, 100,000. Okay, I need to burn 40,000 Agris. Now. Ish. Also, hello there.
Hey,
You made 1,400 corrupted oils. 1,480 divided by 6. So you made 246 potions times 300 million. 74 billion in those. Pre-tax.
damn. That's good money.
That's going to take a while to sell. You'll have to bleed those off in going into Friday. You only bought the Tarot Hearts? Yeah. I mean, I've kept a pre-order up on Tarot Hearts, and I have to still grind them. Well, shit, hold on. Really, because I only got 10 in the last 72 hours. So you must have been getting lucky with the orders going through. Every time I Google says mob grind is the way to go. Make a video on how to life skill make it. So here's the issue with that, John, is this is starting to get into the level of Incendar and Blade Bow Quest that I can't cross this line. Alright? There is a line I cannot cross. Because if I make a video that says this and this and this make X dollars per hour, it will not make X dollars per hour anymore. Yes. were selling it and I was buying it as they kept putting an order up over and over. I was buying it all. I mean, I'm 90% sure I still have my Turo Heart order up. Yeah, this never popped today for me. It popped once this morning and I never could get it to pop again. So either I missed the window completely, or I never got the pre-order notification. Which is weird, because normally I'll normally buy Turo Hearts whenever I see the notification pop for it. So here's kind of the issue. All right, I'll explain why I can't.
With your potions, it's good I prepared these for you.
Like what time, Austin? Because I might have been at my computer, but I don't remember seeing the ping go off for. So I think I had everything cleared by like 2 or 3 in the morning, and ready to go. So I should have been able to see pings if they showed up, you know, as something sold, or I got a pre-order to knock or whatever. Alright, so let me walk y'all through the theoretical of how I could do the video, but I'll tell you where the pitfalls are. Okay, so I introduce you into the life skilling markets, okay? So the big 3 is cooking, alchemy, and trading is realistically the other one. 3-4 a.m. Central. So that would have been 4-5 in the morning for me. Yeah, I was around and I never saw that Turo Heart rip, which is weird. So we would start with, obviously, the basics of we got to get you we got to get basically power level your major life skills. So we need to power level gathering, we need to power level cooking, we need to power level alchemy. So the way that vicious circle would work is, in short, we would be working on cooking. Probably would be essence of liquor, vinegar, anything we could do to just mass spam, which is also going to be leveling your processing, because we're going to be grinding our flours and stuff down, our grains down for crafting that. For alchemy, we're going to be doing a lot of clear liquid reagent grinding, is realistically where we would be. It would be, then we'd be, you know, power leveling gathering. Gathering would be at Bear Riverhead, which is going to be getting you the, we'll be getting you the, wild grass in order to, you know, do your alchemy. So the markets that we would be wanting to get into is, we'd be wanting to get you into things that aren't central market related. So stuff that you can do on your own that is not going to affect the overall global economy. Because if I start affecting the global economy, we're going to ruin markets like that. Take the Discord fuck faces. They ruin markets all the time. Because if there's enough people in there and everybody starts saying and parroting that this is a great moneymaker, it's not a great moneymaker anymore because it's crowded. And it's not really going anywhere. Which is what happened with...
Creating the fucking supply.
It's like in Sindar when he made the good feed video. So when Sindar came out and said how to make, 500 million silver an hour, or whatever the bullshit title was, and it got, tens of thousands of views overnight, because of course people wanted to know how to make, silver money. They want to see those videos. And while the repercussions weren't instant, it was pretty quick. Because now, within the next 12 hours, guess what starts dropping in the market? The price of good feed. Because now more and more people are doing it. And because they saw the video and they saw how good it was, they already probably had some of the materials just lying around. So, within a week, he completely had it to where it was hard men listed. You could buy good feed at literal men list because one person's video oversaturated a market because he told the secret sauce of why it made, millions of silver per hour. The same happened with Blade Boquest. He got in trouble for the same shit. Because when he would talk about stuff on his stream, it would instantly kill the market. Which is why he always started doing his private tutoring sessions off stream. Because if he started talking about the market, by the time he finished the stupid mentor session, the market was already crashed. Because I remember one of them was, one that people really didn't want to do was the, he talked about how, on one of his things, that you needed to get level 2 refineries up. And he was talking about it in Altanova, about how many level 2 refineries there were. And he was selling, he was making, I think 10 mil a day, or something like that, selling, the level 2, the blue refinery, not the green, not the yellow, but the green one, the blue one, he was selling about 10 mil a day in just those. Then the one that you had to work on was getting the level 3, which was the yellow version, and he was making, 15 to 20 million on those a day. Before he finished that mentor session, the market had hard crashed. And they were already selling near min list because everybody heard that and they started, those that could had already started putting them in production or started selling their stocks because Blade pulled the cat out of the bag that was actually a pretty decent moneymaker. So, actually, I think that's back when crons were 300,000 a cronstone.
I don't want to hear it.
So...
Go jump off the edge of the building real quick.
Right. So, he also got into things where if he showed an item on stream, it would sell out. I remember the day he did this. He just happened to click over, he went to here, and then did this. Scrolled. He was just looking through.
Stop.
And then he stopped, checked, and I watched this shit, this number right here, start blinking in tens of thousands. Instantaneously. As soon as he stopped, that number started rapidly falling as people started spam buying the coal. Because they thought he was onto something and they didn't care. They just wanted to get in on it before he could do it. And I'm not joking when I say this thing was just blinking numbers. They were rapidly dropping on what they were selling. It was wild. Just like one day in chat, he went into his think tank and I caused a little stir in his chat. People were panicking, going, what the hell is he looking at? And I posted, Blade's buying up all the perfumes of courages, by the way. And within seconds, the perfumes disappeared off the market. And he's like, I don't know who figured that out so quick, Because he was talking about because I remember what he said. He said there's a finite item in the game that he says when it's gone, it's gone. He said, and I'm sitting there going, okay, what's the finite item in the game that when it's gone, it's gone? I knew about, you know, there was a few items that I was thinking of, and I was like, this was about the time Dark Knight came out, and I'm going, he's talking about the Awakening quest and the Perfumes of Courages that were sitting there at Min List. Like, they sold for maybe 1 million each. Maybe.
Oh.
And he bought fucking thousands of them. Thousands of them. And yeah, because he was sitting there talking about it in a stream, and then I told Chad, I said, he's buying all the Perfumes of Courage. Go look, they're dropping at 50 a click. Every time you refresh it, it's losing 50. And then, before we knew it, they were all sold out. Within just a few minutes, they were sold completely out. And he was right. He said, and the truth is because whaling hadn't picked up yet. Like, it was there, it existed, but people really weren't doing it. It's a finite item. They were only injected because everybody and their mother was running Awakening quests. Pull the Awakening quests away, and they instantly dropped. Because this was during the actual main release of where every class was getting its Awakening. So there was tons of them being injected into the market. And so that's...
You got one for doing the quest.
You got 2 for completing the quest.
Mm-hmm.
So... yeah, he called that one about 2 years before they went dry. It was about 2 years before it went dry. And, I mean, it dried up quick. Then whaling took off, whaling got more popular, and then it started making, you know, really good money. And, I mean, then perfumes became more common. Then they started handing them out for rewards, again, diluting whaling and all this shit. So, you have to be very careful when it comes to life skill money. Like, I can sit here and I can teach you about trading all day long, because I can, to put selling pressure into the market, or I should really say buying pressure into the market, is one thing. To put selling pressure into the market is another story. We don't want to negatively affect the market. Positively affecting it is great. So going out and telling everybody to buy all timber for all your trade crates is profitable is one thing. But me going out and saying, go make good feed and make, you know, 450 million an hour is going to negatively affect the market, because by the time that video gets popular enough, that market, by the time, more than likely by the time you see that video, the market's gone.
Right.
So, another good one was Grinnell Armor. That was a great one. Grinnell Armor was great. You just had to go out and have the workers, you needed the lucky artisan worker because you wanted the chance to get the yellow proc. You had it making +4, so every time it crafted, it was crafting 4 chances at getting you the yellow. And when you would get the yellow, that was 1 million, 2 million a night, you know, per yellow. And the average night, you would walk away with 5 to 10 yellows. You'd walk away with about 20 mil in blues. It was good money. And then somebody, you know, posted a video about crafting Grinnell Armor, and the next thing you know, every person and their fucking mother is posting it at Min List. And it's not like this shit was just dropping from Sawzins, mind you. Sawzins only dropped green and blue.
By my blade!
So, you couldn't get Ultimate Grinnell Armor. And if it did, I don't remember it dropping. Like, it must have been like the Ogre Ring drop. Like, it was rare if you got it. But Sawzins was the only place to get it. If you were grinding it. Just like Teratos Armor was a really good maker, too. And that's where his Reforged Stones came in. You know, Blade making those Reforged Stones. That was one of his things. Another good one was fishing boats. I shit you not, making fishing boats was actually really profitable for a long time. Another dumb one that was really profitable for a long time was the merchant wagon? It wasn't the super high-end wagon. So it wasn't like, we're not talking, like, this was pre-Kama Sylvia, so before we had the, forest wagon. It would have been, I think it's the noble wagon is the highest tier wagon. I think it was the merchant wagon. Was the more profitable one. It was the more profitable one to make. And you could sell a shit ton of those. Because people were AFK horse training on them.
Yep, and they weren't permanent wagons back then, so...
Yep. When they were gone, they were gone. So fishing boats and, wagons were great moneymakers back then. Let's see here. Another one that a lot of people, never really got too privy on was the fishing rods. Fishing rods were really big moneymakers. I remember one koi event. I made 1 billion silver selling Medea rods. Not at plus 10, not at plus, 5 or anything like that. Base level, I made 1 billion silver in a koi fishing event. I could not fucking believe it. That's a shit ton of fishing rods. But these people were buying them up like they were going out of style. I couldn't believe it because I'm like, everybody's fishing. Who the fuck is buying these? But there was enough people out there degenerately slamming Medea rods because it was cheaper to do it than repair it. They would just smash them together than using meme frags. So that was a good one. Horse gear was good up until the point we got the fighting spirit shit. Once that gear started coming into the game, then the horse gear fell off really quick. And then eventually Kama Sylv brought out the blue version of it that was pretty decent for a while before we got the Krogdalo sets. So, like, this is why you have to be careful with your markets. And why I can't necessarily just go out and make a blanket life skilling video to teach you how to go out and grind, how many bills an hour. Because here's the dumb thing. This is why you have a lot of these retarded grinders who will go out and say that life skill cannot out-grind them, is because there's no real video data proving it, because if we put the data out there, it would crash the market. And then it wouldn't exist. And then they would be correct. But as long as we don't promote it in the large sense, it exists. And you can make 6 bill an hour where no grinder can actually do that. Like, they can burst 6 bill an hour, but they can't sustain 6 bill an hour. I can sustain 6 bill an hour. They cannot. So, then you add in everything you do, and you can probably crank it up to like 7.5, 8 bill an hour if you do everything. And there's no grind spot currently that can compete with that. With the 1,000th of the investment needed.
Correct. Because in order to even make that 3 bill an hour, you have to invest it in a lot of time and effort and a lot of cron burn. Whether that's pitied or fucking get through it magically under the average.
Yes. Because they're reliant on their grinding gear. I'm not.
Yes, because life skill gear technically is cheap.
Yep. Because you don't need, like, this is the misconception, you don't need 3,000 mastery. 3,000 mastery barely changes your fucking profits. You can notice it a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. Like, you're not that far behind.
And you also don't need pen clothes. You also don't need higher than Freon to be doing really fucking good in life scaling.
You can honestly just use Tri-Manos and be just fine.
Yeah, because I was good enough back in the day.
Yeah.
Which would
As
be, in
long
this
as
case,
you're-
would be like
As
Damaros.
long as you are over 2,000 mastery,
By
you
my
have
blade!
all your Manos shit in general. Meaning you got your Manos clothes, you got your Manos, accessories and all that shit that goes to it. You've got your utensil, whatever you want to call it. You have all of that, and at least all at Tri.
Drink this potion.
And your like clothing and your utensil at Tet, you're fucking great. You can go pull
Dude.
almost 90% of the numbers I'm pulling.
Put it.
And you could do that for about as expensive as it is to make all 3 sovereigns.
Literally.
Not even the accessories, not... I mean, we're not talking, you know, your Adanya armor, we're not talking any of that. Just your Adanya armor alone, you could have probably pen level life skill gear. So...
Well, it's so cheap to actually enhance the life skill gear. I mean, it's only like 1,300 or something like that bronze to go from like Tet to Pen. So
Yeah.
that's not shit. I don't even want to talk about the Freon stuff. Yes, it goes when it goes, but guess what? It's only using not a whole lot until it gets like to Pen, which at that point you almost don't need anything better than Pen Freon.
Like, let's see here. What's my try shit worth right now? And crons.
Worth a
folks.
lot.
It is 900. And it's a 13% chance to go on this stack. Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
saying it's not shit.
No, wait, whoa. Oh no. There is no stack. It doesn't affect it. It's
that's
it's
what I was
RNG
gonna
baked
say.
into it. Yeah. So yeah, that ain't shit. Now what sucks is the 18 fucking concentrated magical stones. That's the sucks
Yeah.
factor. That part sucks dick.
But if you're like you and me, where we've just been collecting that shit up for ages and ages, so well. I mean, you get a whole bunch of it through the hunting, though. The concentrateds, anyway.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money in concentrated, so. I mean, me personally, I don't really care because I'm not spending on the market for it. Now, if I was buying, I might be a little more salty about it.
It's still just, it hurts regardless because the stone is, it's 18 of the stones. That's the part you're bitching about.
The Bank of Hope operates only.
I know, that's most of the cost.
All right.
But even at that point, it's still not. I bet you if you put those 2 and 2 together, it's still not going to equal what you had to spend to get your other gear
Oh fuck no.
up to where
Fuck no. Definitely not.
it's like percentages. It's in the grand scheme of things. I didn't spend shit to get my Tri-Manos, and then I swapped it over to Breon, and mine just kind of half-ass went, and I think one pitied, which, oh well.
Speaking of, I think we gotta click real quick. Yes, we do.
Nice. I hope it
Today it'll be the day. We get.
goes. Come on.
Wow, that really didn't even want to think about it.
Oh,
It was just instant. No.
How much more does that one have?
19 of 35.
Oh, okay. To go to Hex.
Yep.
Mhm. Pain and suffering isn't really gonna start until you're trying to go to Sep or higher.
You know, here's the dumb shit. That's where I'm gonna start getting lucky. That's how it normally works for me. I'm not joking. It'll fuck me in the low end, or it's like the big slog, but then the last end shit, it'll go quick. Never fails. Does that shit to me all the damn time. Also, hello there.
Hey, what up?
How's it going?
How's it going?
I'm just grinding our shit off right now.
I'm gonna be playing the Lord of the Rings online.
Ooh.
Wow, I haven't played that in. Ooh.
I'm gonna guess forever.
Oh, how old are you?
23.
Just a baby.
Well, you might want
We-
to look up when the Lord of the Rings came out. So I
You're a
swear, I was looking.
You were playing it when it came out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's old as shit.
Oh.
I've played like every MMO that's ever swinged out except for like Final Fantasy.
Are any of you excited to try this new zombie game?
Zombie game? Which
It's
one?
called Zeverland.
Never heard of it.
Really?
Yep.
Is it MMO?
It's like a zombie apocalypse game where a lot of stuff
Played-
happens.
I played this one really cool one where you made things from your motorcycle all the way up to a car, and there was a huge area to roll through. It was like Fallout, but it was like online, but it was wild and
Think of it as a quality of life game, but zombies and kind of funny little people.
it's survival.
Yeah, it's a survival game, but there's also another thing to it. If you get bitten by a zombie, you become a zombie.
Interesting.
Yeah, but the fun part is that you can play as a zombie, but if you die as a zombie, you die.
Damn. That's brutal.
I have no time. Wow, I am so surprised.
So
by
good.
my
I'm
full
guessing there's like
ingenuity.
2 ways for
Another
you to
research
die,
milestone
like
achieved.
just
Go
die
me.
of natural causes or habits or
ways to
players
So many dumb ways to die. What?
or die as a zombie. Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's go. Alright, let's do this. Gonna go suck some fox blood.
That's dirty.
At least I didn't ask what the fox says.
What did the fox say? Da, 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 da.
No. Don't ever.
The brain rot.
I was about to say, I feel like there's brain rotting about to happen just by saying that.
Right.
If you have enough stuff,
Yeah,
leave it
so they're good. We already know what the class is.
within
It's
your
Deadeye's
allowance, of course.
brother.
That's
So
it.
we already know that it's
Yeah.
coming. Unfortunately. So
Yeah.
there's no surprise. Another fucking gunner class. Just what we need.
Thanks, Adamoki. I needed that song in my life. Let me just go spill my guts all over the floor and cry softly to sleep. All the tears of agony coming down my face.
Hope he's like Dante from DMC. Maybe. I was thinking like Trigun could potentially be cool. Alright. Foxes. Now, I can't run anything with this draught because this thing's got... The food ran out. The draught has been popped. Can I override this draught? Oh shit, I can. Whoops. Well, I just wasted one. I didn't really... I kind of thought it wouldn't, but it did. So we're just going to roll with it.
I think you only have like 5 minutes to not do that. Or a couple minutes or whatever.
No, some draughts can't be overwritten. Period.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cheating.
It's annoying. I forget about
Cheating.
I forget how much fun my Dracania is.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Guardian is in queue. Time to go pick up the Guardian.
Well, I guess we pop...
Fairy Potter?
We're gonna pop... Yeah, we can eat the food. I can't use the draught for now. Alright. This is my first class.
Yeah.
Didn't play because it was very complicated for me when I started. Yeah, so Dracania definitely is not for the faint of heart in how she plays.
Even
I
though
would-
I seem to get my aunt off of her. Really like her.
So I'm in a weird... I would be in a weird spot. Because this is what I used my Scroll of Equilibrium on to remove my Dracania from my... to my Seraph. So... I don't know how I would get her into the mix without saying goodbye to one of two classes. I'd have to say goodbye to the Guardian, or I'd have to say goodbye to the Seraph. So... and both would suck ass. So... she's got to take the back burner.
It'd be fair.
Tagging 3 would be a wild experience.
If you could tag more than one person, yeah. I would greatly appreciate it if they added at least one more tag, personally. I don't think I would find more use in it. Because as you see right now, they seem to be lessening the amounts of places that they want us to be grouped at.
So
And
confused.
PvP.
Yeah. For me, I would be... I would be inclined to have the Seraph, the Guardian, and the Dracania tagged. That's how I would run it. But the issue would be still, I would have to. Who would I end up having? I would have to Scroll of Equilibrium somebody. I would have to Scroll of Equilibrium somebody. And it would probably have to be the Valkyrie.
The Valkyrie still has everything on her.
All the weight and all the inventory.
Oh.
So it's either that or just hard invest into her and just say fuck it. But I also have to finish the Valkyrie or the Dracania, or not the Guardian off.
Yeah.
Because she's got negative weight. She's got 1,000 weight on her, and she had max weight. Because Scroll flipped it.
Oh, there's item with the 80 price.
But they kind of are starting to push this narrative of being able to tag two, because if you look at it, they're always releasing these bundles in two, so why not tag them both, go play with them, and see what you like, versus tagging and untagging.
Yeah.
But I get
I don't
it.
know if they're gonna do that, but it just seems like they're kind of almost pushing for that.
Honestly, I could see something kind of like the family level at that point. You might as well just make your account level, and it would kill your level 49 alt shit. It would kill that concept.
Well, no, not really, because you still have to talk to the Black Spirit to get to 50.
So you're
You
saying
do
it would
that
be
on
one.
the
So basically, what you're saying is it would be 1 to 49. As soon as you hit 50, you get your account level. Is what you would say is how it would work?
Yeah, I would assume.
Okay.
Because it would have to be the choice of either the whole account is just simply like that until you talk to the Black Spirit.
Okay.
Because, that's kind of how they have it already. They gave us account-wide fucking life skills, so,
That
it
they
wouldn't surprise me if they
very
gave us
much did.
account-wide fucking EXP.
I would greatly appreciate that. Because that would
Same.
combine all my 62s and 63s.
Same. Like, I'm not opposed to it. Like, it doesn't hurt because, like I said, unfortunately, they treat us such a solo game, and they almost even don't like us grouping up in spots where grouping isn't needed.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, well, there's only a few options around that, really. It's either you allow us to get the EXP like we've been trying to do, how we scarf off of each other, or you eventually make it to where it's kind of wide available. You just collect the EXP from the thing that they're gonna more than likely come up with, some bubble thing.
Well, I think it would be more of, it would just be combining all your levels together.
Yeah.
Period.
For that, yeah.
And it would just be any class over 49 would see the ticker go up.
Yeah.
So I would basically get to 67 with my current account. Is roughly what
Right.
I would have.
I'd be at least 10 and a half. Halfway to 67.
And I can only imagine what they're gonna try to do. But you know, that is one of the things that wouldn't shock me if they did.
Yeah.
Is have an account wide, basically EXP, along with being able to tag fully 2 characters with your gear. Because it is absolutely senseless to gear more than one person with actual PvE gear.
Correct.
Unless you're having a false alt somewhere with Tavala gear on, like 10 Tavala gear on.
Right.
Because past that, you're wasting opportunity on your actual gear. I mean, you could be a crazy person and try to gear every character.
I know people who've tried it, and they quit every time. Every time.
I yell at the person next to me trying to do it every now and then. I'm like, stop what you're doing. Not one of those games. You'd
This
be
is
like,
not-
oh yeah, okay, yep.
This is
Like,
not
you
Final
don't do
Fantasy
that.
14.
This isn't any other MMO. Sorry. Your character can share its fucking armor and its accessories, but usually can't share its weapons except for a handful of classes.
Yep.
And even then, they usually can't share an awakening weapon. Unless they're goddamn witch and... No.
Nope, they're different.
The
The awakening weapons are unique.
Yeah, the awakening weapons are traditionally super unique. Like,
No
to the
class shares an awakening weapon.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, man, I almost thought the damn witch and wizard for a second. No, I was
They
like,
share
no,
they share main hand and offhand.
Yeah, the self weapon and main weapon. Yeah. I always call the sub weapon offhand. Don't forgive me. All the years of playing all the other MMOs that had that similar slot usually was offhand. Dude, I'm forgetting to untag. Now we tag Big Mammy. Righty. Everything looks okay. That needs to get it. Heck. Now the Guardian is tagged. Yeah, I can only imagine what kind of wall they're actually gonna bring forth, though. Like you said earlier, I do wonder what kind of wall they're gonna bring. I assume some kind of piece, or they're gonna have us do something with the other stuff.
The only thing I can roughly think of is the tome slot to add stats to it. If not, it's a new set of accessories and it's a new set of accessories and weapons. Which is already blisteringly hard to deal with. But you have to do the same thing here where Pen versus
I won't leave you behind.
Nav, it's going to have that same system involved into it.
Sorry, my phone died.
You're fine. I just don't think... I don't think any of those right now is the best health of the game. Is to go bring out a new line of accessories and weapons. Like,
I think so too.
that's too early.
I just assume that they're going to though. Because otherwise, what are they gonna do with this Dawning of Part 2? This actual Part 2, not
Ramp up the
both.
ramp it up to where it gets harder and harder. I mean,
Yeah,
Here's
but
the thing.
we can only go so high in gear, right? At 395. So what would it be? Would it just be, you would think it would just be the normal 350 to 395?
or it's technically above. Actually release it to where it's 420, you know, whatever. Before you can actually reach those numbers.
Yeah, but then that would mean that we'd have another piece of gear going up to something.
I'm trying to think which region it was, because there was a region that released, and we were like, how the fuck are we going to get that high? I want to say it was Odalita.
Yeah, Odalita would have it because Crypto Resting Thoughts had the 300 and 400 along with Olin.
And we were like, what the shit is that? But that
Well,
was
no,
before
that
we
wasn't
had
the
the
first one that was
Sovereign,
like
and that was
Odalita.
before we really had the... Because we just had the Deboreka necklace coming in.
Yeah, when the Crypto Resting Thoughts released, that's when the necklace came out.
Because that started showing up over in Ash Forest.
Oh, it came out with the belt.
Yes.
Not the necklace, because the necklace was Ash Forest, yeah.
But I remember going down there and the mobs were purple to me. And I'm like, what the shit? And
Yeah,
I
that
was 64, 65 at the time.
Ooh. Well, that was before the change, too. Because now they're, like, laughable. You have to de-gear yourself just to be able to think about it down there, you know?
True.
But, I mean, I just assume that they wouldn't dare try to... They wouldn't dare try to bring something out for this next area or the other addition.
It would have to be a new weapon. It would have to be a physical new weapon that's not sovereign based. It would have to be like a new Black Star, basically. So it would have to start the process all over again. This new weapon would have to be equally as good at... Let's see, because... It had to be a level above...
Deck.
No.
Unless they're gonna have it exchangeable to something else.
No, so here's how... I'm trying to think how this...
Because lately it's just exchange to something and get something, exchange something and get something better.
This would have to be a brand new. Like, I mean, you'd have to start all the way over and take this up to deck, is what I'd be saying. Like, this would be a brand new weapon. This is before you wouldn't you would happen to do that. It would be
Some kind of god tier fucking level be beyond purple.
well. So you got to think if it's gonna have the 40 levels in it, it's going to be. It's better than Pen Black Star, worse than Pen, probably Sovereign. It probably starts somewhere in there. But when it's done, it's probably like you enhanced to Pen above, like if you added 5 levels above deck, is probably what it'd have to be. for its deck, basically.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I could think. That's the only way I could think of it is, if you did it, the 1 to 20 would get it to. 1 to 20 would get it up to probably Pen Sovereign. And then Pride of Pen would have to get it up to like Oct Sovereign. And then the deck would have to pry through deck enhancement if we went that way, or if we just went straight to pry to deck, it would need to go. It'd need to be up there. Base weapon, Oxov is the sweet spot, I guess. Glow is the baseline. See, I don't want them to do any more glowing shit. Let that stay in the Sovereign thing. No more glowing fucking weapons. We don't need the Masterwork series or whatever the hell it was called in Final Fantasy XIV. Where you had that one weapon that, changed every update and got stronger. It was an artifact weapon of some sort. Can't remember the name of it.
It's funny that it was called an artifact. Dark Age of Camelot. When you were grabbing the Trials of Atlantis artifacts, you had to level them up to level 10, and they got really, really fucking stupid strong. And they did not glow. Unlike some of the really badass weapons in the game that glowed, however, these artifact weapons usually were way more badass. That's just crazy that some other game had a similar thing called artifact and had the leveling.
That's what people chase. I doubt people chase the glow more than they chase the number.
Shit, I was chasing the glow. I'm not gonna lie, actually. I like my glow. But I'm not sure about the armor glow quite yet. The weapon glow, I like my weapon glow. But the artifact glow, or not the armor, I'm not too sure. 'Cause you don't really notice it, and it's not like it's all too like out there.
When was the
Most of
last
the
time
time
you
we're
actually
wearing
looked at your Adanya armor?
That's what I'm saying. Most of the time we're wearing costumes over that.
I'd rather see titties than a glow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, most of the time, as far as the armor is concerned, I'll see my weapon all day, but I won't see the Adana gear.
Half the time it's turned off on mine. It's there some days, and some days it's not. It's if I remember to turn it on or off. I could give two flying shits about it. I just want the stat.
I feel you. I do too. I mean, I'm only two more stat increases away on the main hand, and I'll be done with that sucker. But I am worried to think of what will be coming next, as far as like that Adana Part 2. I can only imagine.
If not, we've peaked and this is it. Like, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the end. And we're basically wrapping up the end of life of we're at the end of life of Black Desert, and they'll need to make a Black Desert too.
Well, even then, the weird thing that they said about on the last Global Labs was, and I don't believe them on this one either, because even though they said that, I just don't necessarily always believe Global Labs. But it definitely said that this is the end of the balance, and it should be coming up this Thursday update for the end of the balances.
Yeah, they say that every season of it.
That's what I was thinking. I was like,
So, because you got to remember this, you got to remember the vicious circle. Heidelball announces all the different changes they're going to make globally. They talk about they're going to do a PvP full PvP rebalance, and they do a full PvE rebalance. They always pitch that, and then it's the phase now where they're going to go in and they're going to work on other stuff for a while. and it will be, you know, minor tweaks to classes in whatever balancing they're looking at.
Right. As far as we do know, I mean, we're pretty sure that they're more than likely going to be announcing that new class.
Yes. And the only thing I can think of is they skip over Adania Part 2 for a while, and that'll be Calpheon Ball, and they go into the Demon Continent. Because if they just go ahead and slam up Adania to what? For what reason? What are they going to add into Adania that's going to make it necessary
That's
right
what I'm wondering. That's why I'm trying to. That's why I'm like, why didn't they just finish the rest of that island? If you know, because that to me, like, I'm like, what are you gonna add there?
Because it's the dumbest shit. I remember when they did it. I remember it. It was when they announced the Adania, and they talked about how it was going to be people taking over these castles and, you know, all this stuff. I'm like, that's dumb as fuck.
Yep. Same. I thought the same thing too. I'm like, yep, someone's gonna abuse that shit somewhere.
And then it turned out they talked about how scary it was supposed to be, how they're free roam PvP. Fuck, I haven't seen a single fucking person with the crown come walking through any of those spots. They don't give a shit.
Nope.
They're too busy AFK.
They're too busy fishing somewhere.
Yeah.
I bet you almost. Even though I know Choice isn't one of those fisher kind of dudes.
No, he's too busy
on
playing his
Turkey
damn
Cove.
game. But he's too busy playing on whatever server he's on at the moment.
Correct.
So,
He was one of the only streamers that I was aware that actually took the crown. I don't know if any of the other ones are. I'm just not aware of what their names could be.
I haven't seen any people that I would have recognized. Then again, I don't know shit all for any of the streamers anymore.
I try to pay attention. You know, like whenever you watch like the Sanity clips or whatever, he shows a lot of random dudes off.
Well, I mean, here's the one person that you know you'll never see up there, Zethian.
Zethian was on the last Sanity clip.
Well, no, I'm saying like in an
Hey.
Adania, you won't see Zethian in Adania.
No, he was absolutely under the water,
Yeah.
under the sea.
He's under the sea. Motherfucker will not come out of Sakraya.
No, yeah, I don't think he's left. However, yeah, he hit some hard to hit. Like I think he went to like Nove to Dakar or something like that on a weapon.
I thought he was full deck already.
I thought so too, but there was something that he was enhancing that wasn't.
Maybe it was maybe it was
Exactly.
his Adania armors.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. It was his Adana armor.
Because I'm pretty sure with the fat payout he gets every week in Pico, he's doing very fucking well.
He was going to Sept on one of his armors. That's what it was. I was like, cause something's not upgraded. But then you said armors, and I was like, yep, that's what it was. It was a hex armor or something. Or hex gloves or something like that. Still, that's pretty nice. That's way up there. At least that's how I feel about that Adonic gear.
Yep.
Because I know at Penn, and you slightly push one thing to hex. I mean, you're pretty much set for most of the game. It's basically 460. But that's why I'm questioning right now. I mean, that's the other thing is like we can go up to 460, but we can go a lot higher than 460 with defense right now, and it's kind of useless. A kind of useless number apparently.
Because AP's always been more valuable stat, more weighted of a
Right.
stat.
Right. I'm just wondering what the hell they could possibly come out with other than something to take control of the book stat, the book area. like the Tome region, like an artifact or something stupid to get through there. Because they could easily have blood and, like, you know, the glasses turn to an artifact or the fucking book thing turn to an artifact as
They
well.
don't.
you
They're
know?
not gonna fuck with anything that's cash shop.
But the book thing is not a cash out thing.
Correct, but you can't put the glasses. Anything that would touch those paid inventory slot or those paid slots, they won't touch.
Even though, in a way, the Star Nostos is kind of tied to the tank. Like, almost pay to win 10. Even though you could get away with it with the free 10, I'm sure.
A tent's a tent at that point with that star.
Yeah. Yeah, because then you don't technically need to repair things there, do you?
Yes, you still would.
Oh. Because the green tent basically has a limited warranty.
Yep. Its anvil has uses, so...
Yep. Or something worse, like time gated. I swear it was like time gated,
I think it's both.
like 7 days.
I thought it was
Or-
14, and then it had, I thought it was a limited use. Like, you could only use it X amount of times
Yep.
before it broke.
Yeah, and it won't let you repair it, and you have to go back to the old moon manager and grab another one. Which I do not agree. I do not agree with that. But it's a whatever on that point.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be more concerned about the what item that could possibly come out next, because I could see the tome technically doing something as well.
I see new weapon before I see a new tome. I'm gonna be real. I see them going after the weapon. I'm gonna let this guy get his shit burned off. I'm not gonna put up
You
with
think
stupid...
that they would come out with a new weapon past Sovereign?
Oh, yeah.
Or something that balances in between and then past Sovereign?
It will have to be the full new weapon. So, like, it will have to be better than Sovereign when it gets to deck. Like, considerably. Kind of like how at Try, the Slumbering set is better than Pen Fallen God.
Yeah.
It's gonna need to be something like that. But it's gonna have to be ridiculously hard to enhance.
Well, I mean, so far, though, Donna here ain't that fucking hard.
Be a good child and drink this potion.
And technically, Sovereign's part of not Adana, it's part of the Land of the Morning Light.
Correct.
So, you may be onto something. You may be cooking.
Because it's the same phase that they did. Because what happened when we got, when Pen Dandelion got, too far, or you couldn't go any further with Pen Dandelion. They introduced the Black Star. We got the Black Star main hand.
Yeah.
Then we got the Black Star offhand. Or the Black Star awakening weapon. And then they swore there would be no Black Star offhand. Surprise,
Well, you
motherfucker.
know.
Black Star offhand.
Yeah.
And then we got the Sovereigns. So the cycle repeats itself again, because the same thing happened with Armors. Armor went from Red Nose and Beg and all that shit to the Slumbering set. From the Slumbering set, we went to Adania. So now the vicious cycle begins again. At this point, it starts with the weapons. The weapons will get a new set, a brand new weapon, to start completely the fuck over.
Yep, and you already know there'll be another way to catch up to that.
It's good I prepared these for you.
No, that'll be the long grind. That will be the new... Because that's probably what's going to set up for Valencia.
Achievement grind.
Well, no, it's going to set up for the Valencia stuff. Would be the logical path. Because at that point, you're now getting ready for whatever bullshit they're going to put in that 1,000-year ago Valencia.
Yeah, that is true.
And then once you get to there, that's when you'll start getting your new armor and your new accessories will come from there. That trailer showed up, I think, last...
Yep. Last year.
Heidelball?
Or the year before. It was either last year Heidel or the year before Heidel.
I honestly don't remember. It's been so long that I've been memeing on it, I forgot about it when it actually dropped. Because I know Adania was 2 years. Because I remember them talking about the Demon Continent. But it was, they moved where the Demon Continent was. So the Demon Continent...
They talked about it being in the south.
Correct. The Demon Continent was actually supposed to be... down in here. Was supposed to be the Demon Continent. And this was actually going to be Valencia Part 3. Was what they said they were going to do with this. This was going to be a new addition to Valencia. And then the 100 floor tower dungeon thing was supposed to be down in the south too, as well as Mountain of Eternal Winter Part 2. That's what I honestly think we're going to get this year is Mountain of Eternal Winter Part 2, and they're going to delay Adania for a while. Adania is...
It's capped out right now. It has to.
Adania is basically lore-wise from... It's where those beings reside.
Where the gods reside, yeah.
So... Which is weird that it's just north of Valencia.
Yeah, instead of south of Valencia like they were talking.
Well, no, it doesn't even... No, I'm just saying, just either... No matter where you put it, it's kind of like... That would have been a great Land of the Morning Light area. In a sense, yes, but no. Corrupted land. More so. Because of the Caphras essence.
Yep.
But you're on the right thought process.
Yeah, I can only imagine what they would actually do then.
So,
I do know that there's many parts of the map that are still uncovered. And
so
lots of those things still need to make sense before they do the 1,000-year ago thing.
My hunch is this year we'll get Mountain of Eternal Winter Part 2. Because they've turned off the limbo shit. And they haven't fixed it. So I'm going to assume that this year they're going to do that. Because I don't think they have a strong enough plan for Adania to justify the other region of Adania. What are you going to add there? Because are you going to let them actually siege that place and put a castle there? Like a real siegeable castle?
Yeah,
no.
That's what I thought when they allowed it to be a thing. I'm assuming they allow some kind of siegeable area there.
Well, it's got a tier 5 node war, which I'm pretty sure is siege.
Yeah. It does have one there, doesn't it?
Because even Ulakita's got a tier 5. To me, here's the dumbest part of this whole siege scene. Why isn't every region available all at once?
Right.
Fucking color me that. Explain why. Can somebody explain why? And logically defend it without
No
the
one can.
argument. The argument you can't use because it would spread them out too much. No,
No.
that would not.
What, you think there's not more than 1,000 players playing the game right now that's
You're-
going to do it?
You're
You're crazy.
telling me that there would not be more people attempting to siege because here's what's gonna happen. The big dicks are gonna go to where the biggest payout is. And then it'll progressively spread out. It would be so much better.
Yeah, except they only have four things that they're, or not four, or
Yeah.
6 things that they're doing.
4.
Oh,
Balanos,
yeah, 4.
Serendia,
Okay,
Medea, and Valencia are the only ones that actually are sieged right now. And as we
Yeah,
learned from
except-
Kaylee explained that they say it's according to the terrain of Calpheon, which is bullshit. We've done Calpheon Siege for fucking 10 years. Yes, it's
Right.
ass at times, but not everything's supposed to be an even, easy to get to playing field.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
So make Kamasilv be fucking terrible to do, but it's more rewarding, you know. You've got the fucking
Aren't they doing
Odalita castle,
Kamasilv?
like the Kamasilvian castle's fucking awesome. Same with
Yeah.
Odalita's. Going down there, those are 2 castles are fucking great. And the
Sure.
fact that they have such a cool naval presence would be like Medea on steroids.
Yeah, what did they do with those things? All they did was
War of the
allow
Roses.
bartering to go to it.
War of the
Or
Roses,
War of the Roses.
which is fucking useless content.
So, like, I don't know what else to say about those things, but what? Like, as far as I'm concerned, you made this awesome area and then totally put it to waste.
Yep.
Because you can barter down to there and do War of the Roses. Like,
And War of the Roses idea is cool, but it's available to such a
Yeah.
small percentage of the game.
And the fact that there's a huge amount of desync when it comes to the boating stuff. I mean, the boating stuff has a slew of problems. And I'm assuming that's also connected to Booth Battlefield craziness too.
Yeah.
But it's why a lot of people A are trying to build up for those things, but B are not necessarily do them because, well, the content's kind of, yeah, you can do it, but it needs work. It needs something.
It needs more cowbell.
Yeah. Like there's something it's missing, and I don't know exactly. Other than having, the carrot should have cannons on top anyway for other players to be using anyway. Like I don't understand why they took that away. At least give us 2 extra.
Oh, you're saying on like the frigates and stuff, or the Valor, the carracks?
Yeah. The carrot should just have 2 extra cannons. And the same thing goes for those frigates. I mean, I don't even get why they took it away. I mean, yeah, I understand that it could be overpowering, but when it comes to those other things, like most people, when it comes to doing Bale, for instance, they're just all clamored on one damn character, and that's it. They're not usually on a guild boat shooting away. Every now and then you'll see a big guild boat, but it's not too much. Most people are just on one character.
Because they're faster.
Right.
Aw, hell yeah, I got the 20 proc.
20 traces? Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
give me the sharps.
But yeah, you are wrong. Those areas should be used as castles for sieging. There's no reason for it not to.
Like, you talk
Siege
about, like,
should
people talk
be-
about how dead the siege scene is. Well, fucking make some cool shit.
Yeah, the problem is that they have you making these little walls and little towery things that, well, what are you gonna do with that? Can I climb that shit and be something destructive on top of that wall or in that? Not really. The gate, it's just goofy. Construction and siege thing is goofy, as far as I'm concerned. Like, there's many other games that had where doing that kind of thing where they could have they could easily have a castle pop up that, you know, even if there's areas or whatever, you could. I just think that there needs to be more defensive or something for those castles other than the Hawachas and the flame towers.
I have gotten that 20 chest more times here at Fox's than I have at any other place.
Oh, there's some bullshit. It seems rigged. It's like the Belladonnas with its sharps.
I mean, but I'll take 500 sharps, though.
Yeah.
I'll take 500 sharps.
That's a few taps. Almost. One second. Yeah, PvP is in a weird state when it comes to those things. I guess it's fun, but right now how they only have the 4 areas, it makes no sense. Like, for instance, the Guild House in Camasilvia. We've never been able to fucking occupy that stupid fucking thing. But yet we can look at it. You know what I mean?
I've actually never been over to look at it.
You can click on it, but you can't like figure out what it is or what it has or what it could do. You just know that there's a guild house in Camasilvia that we have never been able to actually occupy or purchase.
Why? Because fuck you,
Nah.
that's why.
It's just a why. Why did you guys leave that even as an option to look at? Why couldn't
Just
you
like,
just
you know,
have
a
it
lot
as
of people
option?
complain about the Forest Manor. The day they showcased the manor, there was one hidden away in a forest.
Really?
Yep, and they say, where's that manor?
Yeah, but we don't have that manor.
Nope, all we got's the Heidel. We got the 3 up in the Land of the Boring Light, and we got the 1 in Heidel.
Yeah. But I don't really care for the Land and Morning Light ones as much. Which was, I was almost contemplating taking all my shit out of Land and Morning Light and putting it over to the Heidel one. Because I prefer almost the Heidel one, that's cooler.
The Heidel one's just more convenient.
Right, and I'm literally based out of Heidel. Like, my main, just everything is technically out of Heidel. I have nothing in Land and Morning Light other than Soul going on. And random shit being collected from that one forest to give me forest crystals. From the duck. I don't know, that Duckle Forest or whatever it is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think it's Dokubi Forest is the...
Duckle, yeah.
I think is where all the crystals have come from. Well, the majority of the forest crystal stuff comes from. Because it should be that and the Bacalod crystal. The Crystal of Harmony, I believe. I've got so many of those things.
I've got a lot of them.
Oh.
Just not a lot of forest crystals. Or my dad, on the other hand, Got all the forest crystals. Oh, and without any fishing buffs or anything on, I'm now at 2,235.
Nice.
And won't see any reason or any point in having anything stronger than what I have. Because from what I've seen and what I've heard, you don't really get anything extra over 2,000 mastery. Or at least it doesn't seem to, you know?
Yeah, I gave up on the Hakoven thing. Because even if you do get the really good knight, the average is what kills it.
Look back.
Yeah, see me, I did that for a whole month, and I said, yeah, I'm not ever again. At least from the Grano one, I have actually hit a few of those stupid things. I've yet to hit one of the cool stingrays from the pond right north of Akinza Sanctuary,
Okay.
right by the storage. That one's worth a lot of money. I've hit a lot of the pine cones around Adana. That one's actually worth a lot of money.
But I mean, this is the issue. I fished there for 30 days, and my global tally was 950 mil a night
It's beyond terrible.
at Hakoven. So, but the stupid thing is Valia, which is easier to get to, is literally basically a billion to 900 million a night too, average. So why the fuck would we go
Sometimes
out
even more,
there?
depending on the night.
Yeah, so I had a 1.5 bill night the other night, but I mean it doesn't get really much better than that.
But then now, this is what I was going to tell you about, or was going to talk to you about now. Something I have noticed, and I know it's not in the patch notes, is the amount of fish that I get overnight seems to be less and less and less.
I get
And I
roughly a
know
full
that-
fish tank a night is roughly what I'm getting.
Well,
without a
I haven't been
triple
getting
float.
much.
Remember, I collect blues.
Well, I don't. I collect the yellows and reds. Now I will say it again. For many, many, many moons, I fished Valia. As in, I might have fished Valia for many years. What I'm saying is, usually, for the longest of time, my fucking ship would basically be either halfway full or almost basically full. And that would basically be a 2 bill fucking night. Every fucking time. Sometimes down to the 1.5. But usually, it was around that 2 bill mark. A night. And so it made no sense going to those other places. Like, it was such a drastic difference. But now, no, you might be getting half your tank. Maybe. Sometimes.
It's about a
If
half a
you're
tank on
fishing-
a 10 hours. If you're doing just
Yeah, that's
yellows
what
and
I'm saying.
reds.
Well, right now, it's even less.
Most nights is half a tank on yellow and reds for me. The only reason why I keep blues, is for the trade EXP. Because if I do greens, it fills my entire inventory. I can't do that.
Well, here lately, my average has been pretty bad. And usually it wasn't that bad. So I don't know. I'm just saying I notice it. When my average was a certain amount, literally every morning.
Yeah.
However, I do fish for
Now,
longer though.
don't
I fish
go
from like
astray.
9, 10 o'clock at night to like 8 to maybe 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's fair.
Because there's sometimes when I don't log on all that early. Because usually I'll just be doing something around the house. Trying to clean
Doing those
something
one
or
cock
trying to-
push-ups. Really
Huh?
working out. Said you're doing those one cock push-ups. Really getting the exercise in.
I wish. I wish. No, it's more like getting my hands scraped or getting something cleaned or dealing with like yesterday when I woke up we were figuring out that the pump just kept on running and running and running. Come to find out one of our toilets, the fill valve,
Welcome to Valley.
decided to
Need to
go
use the storage?
boots on us. Go kapoots.
That sucks.
And so it just kept on running and running and running and running. And my dad just went up there and put a fucking cup over me, right? And ignored
You
the
can
problem.
keep more goods if you get a house
Well,
in
now the
town
problem
and
got
use
so
it for
bad that,
storage.
and he's not a plumber.
I kind of figured by the cup.
So me, I did what any proper millennial would do, and I used good old YouTube University. Realized it only took maybe 20 minutes to change said fill valve. And realized, oh yeah, fill valves are like $10 to maybe $20 to the best one. So what I did
Easy
was,
fix.
so what I did was I was like, you know what? I'm tired of fucking with this. I have tons of tools outside. If I don't have the fucking tool to tear this stupid fucking toilet apart, I'm trashing the toilet. I don't give a fuck. And so I went down to like our Lowe's basically, and I grabbed the fill valve. It was like $17. And of course, I had it on within like 10 minutes. Fucking sucked all the water out with my shop vac. I said, I ain't dealing with none of this.
Nice.
And of course, now we don't even have to hear that stupid thing no more. In fact, it's been whisper quiet ever since.
Perfect.
And I'm about to do it to the other bathroom.
Nice. Okay, so let's get some numbers on bloods. Okay, so Troll Blood. I now own 32,730. I now need 6,000 more. Okay, Fox Blood. I own 15,882. I now have just enough of Fox Blood. So Wolf Blood needs another 20,000 more. No, I need another 3,000 more. Okay, so we'll let the
Don't be picky with your potions.
Seraph tomorrow get the Troll Blood and the... No, because I'm about to go do the Wolf Blood on the Guardian.
Hunting.
Yes. Okay.
The town won't be safe for long. Just imagine what would happen if they come here.
I head to the trading ground today.
Ask the chief if we can have more soldiers
My
here.
wife say about this.
How are those numbers looking?
I'm really confused at the moment because my training Oh, somehow they got put into... My training artifacts got put into my storage, which they don't fit. There's no slot for it. Numbers. Okay, so let's go stand over on the Guardian, let her get energy. So what we're looking at is we need 6,200 more troll blood. So that's about half of my energy. Half of my energy gather. I get about 15,000 when I go out. Wolf blood, I only need 3,900, so 4,000 wolf blood. Pretty easy to get a hold
Not a
of.
whole lot. Yeah,
That's 15-20 minutes of shooting shit. So that's not too terrible. Now let's see. For grab this, gathering, crystals, hunting, apply. Okay, so I need 3,000 of those. Now, where I really need to spend more time is going to be in saps. So I need... We're going to go ahead and let you run.
You're still trying to get prepared for Thursday's up-and-coming 100%.
Yes. Well, not that I need to be, like, balls deep by then, but I need to be in a good position to be able to guarantee that I can cook off all the stations during it. Because I'm not going to attempt to runs.
So that's going to be, like, from, what, the 9th to the 23rd?
Yes, 2 weeks.
That's, like, I don't know, a long time.
Not really.
Well,
You have to
it's long
remember.
enough.
Well, you have to remember, I have to split half of the days to do,
Hunting. Or, well, hunting, but grinding.
yes, because of the Agris burn. So, that only gives me 7 days, realistically, of an event to do any of the life skilling stuff. Plus whatever time I'm doing it off the clock. So... Currently, I need...
So that'd be roughly about almost 2 hours a day. At least grinding.
3. It'll be 3 hours every day.
Oh, 3?
3 hours of 3 hours every other day when I go do Ethereum.
Yeah, because it's 80k.
Yep, 83k is what I burn in the 3 hours.
Which means you won't be using any of your aggros for any of your life skill stuff.
Correct. So... saying I need to do... 30,000 pure powder reagents, which is 30,000 grass. Wild herb, wild. I've got 86,000, 90,000 of that. Okay, so it should have enough to do all the clear liquid reagents and shit. Especially if I buy a couple more blocks of it. I won't have to go gather bear. But I do need to check on cedar. 32,795. Birch is 5361. Cedar is now 34,371. I only need 1,000 of that, which I think I have that sitting in my storage. Pine, I only need 114. Snowfield Cedar, I need 8,000 more, so I will need to go do one run of Snowfield Cedar. So that'll be the one I need to go chase. And I'm basically truffle locked. I'm waiting on my farms to do the truffles. So I'll be crafting the destructions towards the end of the grind session. Just because we're looking at every other day we're getting what is it, 1,900? So I'll need majority of the thing to get it. If not, the worst case scenario, I'll go grind truffles and get what I need. But this new farming setup is absolutely ass.
Yeah, it makes you wonder when they're gonna revert it.
I'm hoping they talk about it at
At the ball.
yeah. And say,
Thanks,
you know, we understand that there's a lot of people who weren't happy about it. We're gonna rework it. We're gonna put mastery into it. You know, where they actually go give it a deeper thing. I'm also hoping that they finally unfuck trade, but that's basically the same camp as the people hoping for Half-Life 3. So
Why you gotta bring that up, man?
is there a stream for the ball? If so, never watched it. You don't want to watch the ball directly. You want to wait until some English fuck has gone over it and
Meticulously.
and basically gives you the cliff notes of it, because it's just a bunch of Korean.
It's usually like 8 hours long or 6 hours long.
No, it's 2 hours long, usually. 2.5 hours
okay.
long. Yeah, it's 2 to 2.5 hours
Okay.
long. It's all in Korean, subtitled, so you're better off just waiting for some guy to go give you the TLDR. Basically, wait for some YouTuber to go over it and give you the TLDR. Yeah, no, they don't talk in English at all.
No.
Even though it is here in the US this year, it's not going to be in English. It'll still be in Korean. No.
Yep.
That's the funny part, is in the grand scheme of things, we are not that significant to them. Yet we pay the bills. That's the funny part about all this shit.
They're the real bill payers. Without us, servers may or may not want to go.
They don't give a shit about us.
Can't say they ever have. I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, they don't restream it where they have English commentary.
They do have they usually been having like Endlave do it. GM Endlave like talk over them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have never
At least
noticed
past
that.
2 of them. Like for Heidel and Calpheon.
I haven't watched one
haven't either.
I haven't watched one officially in years, because I always just wait till the next day to because it's
I
like
do usually watch it.
Well, most of them have been in, over like in Korea. So I mean, they were fucking 12 hours ahead. So it's like, sure, I could watch it at 3 in the morning, but why not just wait till the afternoon, evening, and then you can watch the the group of people talk about it, and you can get all the theories and shit.
Well, I've done that too. I usually try to watch a few of them just to see how they viewed it and whatnot. But I do usually try to stay up or watch when they go to, do it. The last few of them have had like a live band playing and something crazy. I mean, it is worth a watch. There's just the problem of, it's A in Korean and B being told to you through one of the GMs or CMs or whatever, like Endblade.
I think he's a CM. I don't think he actually is a GM.
Yeah, he's a CM. Holy crap. Well, Wukong finally did something on a 7. What? Confused. Wow. This looks like a moment. Yeah, I usually expect it's a couple hours long though. I swore that was a really long time the last time I watched.
Oh, it is when you can't, when it's just in Korean, it's fucking terrible.
We usually, they talk over all kinds of stuff and do all kinds of random stuff. This one I'm not too sure what to truly expect right now. Because there's so many levels of things that they could be looking at. And there's a whole ass island down here. A whole ass region down here. We know they're gonna have to mess with that some. Either that or just delete it off the map, god dang it.
It's probably what will end up happening.
Because it had to be at this point, like it almost looks like it had to be partained south of Ulukita if it is going to exist.
I
Because
mean,
anything south of Land of Morning Light is ocean. Just only a hair sliver of mountain.
Should you
else
set
would be
aside
on-
another 150 bill for alchemy? I mean, I'm gonna be real. You just said you didn't want to do that again after sitting through it for what, 200 hours?
All of them? Like all the hours? Ugh. So I mean, I can't hurry it.
So I mean, you would need a lot less if you're not gonna go that deep again. I mean, you gotta think 150 bill isn't really a ton.
Nope, because 100,000 crowns is 300 bill. And in the grand scheme of things, that's not a whole lot of crowns. That's not even enough to actually fully tap a silent piece to whaling at 50 clicks at 2,700 crowns a click. So you put that shit into perspective. Even though most of our stuff right now is not that expensive until you look at the weapons past Oct or deck or no attempts on Karazods.
There's actually pretty decent odds I get another deck accessory out of all the
How
knobs.
expecting you are.
Because
I
I'm
feel like
also
it's
counting.
like-
I'm also just realized that there's several more hammers that I will get out of the rewards because of the accessory bump.
Correct. You're not at where I'm at, where you would have gotten more than a handful of them. Because 360 or whatever, it's like basically when you start getting them. So, and I think it was every 2 AP or something like that was another hammer. Until 380 or something. I think that's what it is, right?
Yep.
So yeah, you get quite a bit of hammers out of that one.
Yep. Plus the 4 or 5 I still have left in boxes, plus the 3 or 4 that I've got popped. I think I'm gonna get one more accessory. It doesn't really it's not a big deal. It's only 1 AP, but still, it's one more deck off the list.
It's one more piece that you'll never have to worry about until they bring out that new wall. For us to fucking hurdle over and deal with. But at least you can look at it as square and done, because you already know they're gonna give us a whole bunch of crowns for the idle ball and more than likely give us a few hammers.
Yeah, I'm expecting to be able to tap some crons on my weapons. Should be able to get a few of them up.
Yeah, I'm hoping for the same.
Because what would
I
be
can
nice
imagine
is
what
to
kind of-
go to do the floodlands. The Adania stuff there.
Yeah. I mean, technically I can do it right now. I'm pretty sure after you do this big ooga dooga, get rid of everything that you need liquidated, you'll be able to join that same party.
Yep.
And hopefully we can talk Kaylee into maybe trying it out just for shits and giggles.
I don't think there's talking Kaylee into anything. Just say when and where and point and she's there. Just is Kaylee available and free?
That's the question.
Hello there. How's it going? How you doing today? Welcome in. But I'd like to be able to do, you know, the cool thing is to be able to do the Gyphon upper thing. That was neat. Do the Floodlands, because that's 3-person grind. And I'll be doing Tenebrum. But I mean, the thing that I gotta wait before I do the Floodlands is I need to get that Han crystal.
Yeah. Pretty important.
Shouldn't take me long once I get there.
No. I feel like you might be like me and actually get it within a couple hours.
Good. We're just hanging out, shooting some shit before we get off. Trying to get, what, 4,000 blood? I'm already 3,000 of the way there.
Time to burn off all the money I got for the night vendor.
Good luck.
I wish I had the... Earlier, I actually seen a Vale's Heart for 14.9. I was so angry.
Damn! If only I could have given you a loan of a small $14 billion. You're like, you owe me, bitch.
I had almost 9. But it still would have been...
Would you have gotten? Would you have made
bad.
profit on it? Would have been the question. Selling
That's the
it.
question, because that's 16.5. If you sell it at 16.5 and you bought it at 14.9, what
You're
would you get?
just short, I think. I think you'd be just red.
Because I was thinking, like, at that point, like, you would just be at the point of making, like, something. But
I mean,
at least it would give.
I've also been under the impression too, you know, some profit's better than no profit, and it depends on how fast you turn it over. Because you got to think, if you make in 10 minutes you make 100,000 or 100 million in 10 minutes, you've made $1 billion an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to be doing Night Vendor less than that. So it's a question more of, are you, what's your profit range that you are willing to take? You know, are you willing to make a couple million an hour? Just throwing some shit
Well,
around?
in this case, I was gonna grab it actually for somebody else
Fair.
to have. Because of how bad the fucking orders are for the stupid
Yeah.
things.
You're a new player? Nice. Well, welcome to Black Desert. If you have any
I do.
questions, feel free to let us know. Because it's a big game. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to discover.
A lot of random things to talk about.
Yep. Just like now, I've got to deal with fucking Frost Kitty here and smacking the ass.
I'm getting a lot of the Jumbo. Oops. Getting a lot of the Jumbo Voids.
Yeah, they were
Another
pretty
Veil's
common.
Heart.
For how much?
The Veil's Hearts are coming up often enough that these players who are bitching about it should be grinding their fucking little teeth away and going for a Veil's Heart.
True.
Because
20 bills should be pretty adequate to guarantee one on any of the sides.
Yeah, I mean, I just seen one for 17.1.
It's not terrible.
I don't know how expensive they go up to in the Night Vendor, but hell, I don't know if I'd give a shit, because at that point, like, not me, I'm saying like somebody else, like,
Yeah.
you almost need that stupid thing more than you need a couple of other things.
Yeah, I can see that. You just love to watch streamers if I start a game. That's awesome. Yeah, I did that. Because, I mean, you got a lot of knowledge that you have to absorb. And everybody does the game slightly different. You know?
Yep.
Everyone does the game slightly different. Some days you see me out here doing life skill stuff. Some days you see me killing monsters. Some days you see me out on the sailing the 7 seas. Just depends on what's going on. Or, as the current theme of the week has been, me sitting here ranting about the absolutely retarded alchemist in the game. That's been the fun meme of the week.
Yeah.
Truly has been.
Chose Ninja. Ninja's cool. Ninja, I will say, for a brand new player, is going to be a little complex. But, not that it's not doable, and not that it's not fun to play. It'll definitely be a challenge. Alright, 4,200, we're done.
Bag money.
That off.
I miss you.
Put that back on, put that back on.
I don't even want to know how hard I'm getting shafted on some of these boxes.
You're like slightly overbuying on a few, but it's not terrible. You're doing all right. Ninja, I can actually say, is the only one that I have not actually played. I played Kuno on release.
I didn't play Kuno.
So the reason why I played Kuno is because Narama played Ninja, and I streamed Kuno when it came out. So I played the opposite of him, whatever he picked. And that's how... So I was playing the Kuno while he streamed the Ninja. We had the dual stream up, so we both were playing together. You could see both classes. They were nearly identical to each other back then. I mean, on release day, it was nearly identical to each other.
Yeah.
It was literally, did you want tits or a dick? And there was a couple skills just minorly different, because the kunai on the Kuno did certain things different than what the Ninja would have had if it had the shuriken. It was fun, but as somebody who normally plays Paladin-like characters, I was too much up enjoying the Valkyrie on release. The difference is you also get to have Awakening now, which was not even thought of yet in the game when...
Oh.
Damn, congrats.
That was the one tapper.
Noise.
No fucking way, dude. I'll take that.
Gains.
I will take that fucking shit.
Go ahead
Oof,
and
I didn't
move.
even go. I was 0 out of 50 on that sucker.
Got lucky.
Yeah.
3 days, 21 hours, so it's 4 days. Okay, so I'll have my rifts to do on Friday. So let's go park. $318 stack, interesting.
Yep, was a 318. I'm a little bent out of shape on that. Let's go.
318. That would have been roughly like 8-9%.
I can tell you because I have another hex weapon. Let me check actually.
I don't know how choose skills.
Around.
So the best thing to do is you're gonna want to go watch some ninja videos. That's gonna be one of the better. That's gonna be one of your better options to figure out what actually skill sets you need, because the ninja is one of the fastest APM classes in Black Desert, and it does take some
high skill ceiling
to truly master the ninja. Not that it's hard, it's just it's what it's gonna take to get you across into, you know, really understanding, because it's like Guardian is really easy. This is the Guardian's rotation.
Stupid idiot.
That's it. Rinse, repeat. Ninja, way more.
380, 382, 385. So we get those hammers all the way up to it goes from 380, 382,
Got the bees that
384,
seem
but then
melting
385 is when
fires
it
of
stops.
Okay.
So you still gonna get a whole bunch of those stupid hammers. A lot of hammers, man.
Not gonna complain. Gonna need them.
Mm-hmm. 0, 1, 2.
Because one of the reasons why Ninja is like,
Hey,
I'll give you,
10,
I'll show you a
11,
fully leveled Ninja.
13, 14,
And this will let you.
15, 16.
This will probably
Wow.
help.
16, 17, 18, 17.
Now, I haven't done the Awakening quest on this guy or the Succession quest. I've just leveled him up, but he's still max skilled. So
20 total hammers.
damn. So when you get in here to start leveling it up in the beginning, it's just in the initial burst, you're just trying to get anything skilled, put any skill in it. Now, this is where the rotation comes in because of how they do their skills and the animations that you have to cancel. You're going to have to learn what is the ninja rotation because there's certain skills that set up precursor buffs and stuff for other classes, but then it's the execution of how fast you can get those off determines the damage. Because if you played it at a slower skill ceiling than somebody else, you're not going to output the same damage that somebody at a higher skill level can. Now, is that a big deal? In the grand scheme of things, no. But it will matter when it comes to, you know, your grind speed, trying to earn silver. You'll notice it then. But actually, did I end up? I don't remember if I ended up doing his thing. Most ninjas end up playing in the Succession tab, which is their main their main skill set. Because
Succession does more damage right now than Awakening. In general.
But Awakening technically lowers the skill ceiling to not be abysmal.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, the Awakening is like
No, I didn't do this.
so much.
I didn't do this shit on him either. Okay, so they've never done it. But that learning their rotation is going to come from guides of people who specifically play ninja and know ninja in and out.
Right.
And then it's you learning to do the combination. And some of these will end up feeling really good to play, and some will feel terrible to play. You know, I've been on both ends of the spectrum. I've had it where there's been classes I love the idea of, I hate how they play. And there's been classes where I hate the idea of how they look and interact, but the actual way they play is really fun. It was like, for me, Warrior, I couldn't stand the male warrior thing. And I was like, if I could have been a female warrior, I probably would have done it. And then they released Seraph, which is literally female warrior. Slightly different.
They technically had the Valkyrie, even though
the Valkyrie was. This was more what everybody wanted out of it anyway.
Right, that's why I'm saying, like, right now the warrior kind of has like two offshoots of himself as
Yeah,
female
well,
version.
the thing is this is technically an offshoot of the Valkyrie because she is technically a Valkyrie.
Yeah.
So,
that is true.
So she's more in line. She's the other half of Valkyrie, basically. She's more what we thought Valkyrie was going to be. But
Right,
I mean,
because she was supposed to be the she was supposed to be trying to take out Enslar,
Yep.
or her the version of herself when Adana came out was trying to take out Enslar.
Yep. Alright.
And it was because she even had the orange hair and kind of Valkyrie setup with the release clothes and
By
yeah,
my
she's
blade!
definitely a Valkyrie. A hardcore one.
Yep. Seraph is the longsword division of the Valkyrie.
Yep.
But I mean, the best thing you can do is just go in, have fun, play with what you enjoy, because that's going to be the
Main thing.
best and most key thing for you to stay in the game. Because more people quit because they class hop too much, they can't get on a class, and they never settle on anything. And they never make progression, is what they end up complaining about. So that first few weeks is always the trial phase, the way I tell people. It's go in, play a bunch of different classes, don't just tunnel vision on the one, see what else is out there, and then after that like 2-week period, you probably have a pretty good idea of what you want to stay on. Because once you start getting the black stars and all that other stuff and start getting the high-end gear, it's going to be harder for you to change classes. So
Right. You basically want to try all your classes in the Tubala stage of gear.
Yeah.
Before getting in and trying to obtain all the nice stuff. You basically put your nice stuff off to the side until you get comfortable with the class.
That's a good way of putting it. It's a good way of putting it.
Because what's the point of... Oh, what's the point of... I mean, don't get me wrong, they do give you plenty of weapon exchange stuff. Or used to. I don't know about that.
Yeah, they still do a pretty decent job. You're 57? That's not too terrible, so you should have Awakening and Succession unlocked by now.
Or at least have the option to unlock them now.
Mm-hmm.
It's 56, of course.
Yep. If you haven't done that, I would highly recommend go doing those few quest chains real quick, because it'll change the complete function of how your character plays.
How much damage you do.
Yep, a lot more damage.
Oh. It's not even right.
Really, it's
Not even right.
Alright, so...
I can only imagine what that was like seeing Awakening come in.
It was terrible. Like, you need to picture this. Warrior was the king.
Well, I
You couldn't-
There's a reason why there's a lot of warrior mains.
He was the first one to get out there, and he was king. And then after that, it quickly started catching up once other classes got out there. Literally, once Ranger got her Awakening, she said, "Hold my beer." And Warrior started getting deleted, and they were complaining about it. Because they had their 3-week power... Because Ranger's Awakening allowed her to have a ranged grab, and she did not. She was literally the walking definition of FAFO.
Yeah.
And-
yeah, Ranger, you will fuck around and find out, and have a correctly played Awakened Ranger, you are getting deleted.
Where did I
Mhm.
store it?
Before you could realize you were getting deleted, you were gone. And it felt weird.
For real.
Because
I've only
basically,
played against a handful of them.
so the basic idea of it was this. And here, I'll jump over to the Ranger. It'll be slow, but you'll kind of get the idea. This is the dumb shit. So, Ranger was notorious for being able to forward F through shit and back F. It's the same skill, just you could change the direction of it. So this would be like their main grind skill all of a sudden. Now, where it started getting deadly with Rangers was the ranged grab. Having that 10-15 second ranged grab, you would lunge onto him, put him on the ground, and then you would proceed to give them the get fucked button. So it'd be like grab. Let's see here if I can remember. It's been so long since I played this class. I'm missing one. There it is. So, when you did, what is it? It's not Waltz of the Wind. Nature's Tremble was the skill you were waiting for. And this was the end of you because it was a down attack. So so she knocks you down with the grab, and then she's got Wailing Wind, I think, into Elven Rage. Yeah, Elven Rage, and then that goes into it was Nature's Tremble, and that would normally kill a warrior from their blocked position because they'd be sitting there like an asshole trying to, you know, sit there with their big sword blocking, and you would just go yoink. You'd grab them, you throw them on their back, and then you end on that lovely skill, and you do your little ranger shenanigans away from them, and they're just laying there dead on the ground, wondering what the hell just deleted them. But if that wasn't annoying, then you had the shotgun shit where they would have to sit there and pressure you with this, and then you're sitting here trying to, like, get up on a ranger, and they're, like, shotgunning the shit out of you, and you're like, the fuck is this? And if that's not bad enough, then you had the ones that knew actually how to do the Q cancel back then before they made it a everybody trick. So a ranger doing this back in the day was actually a skill through cam locking your unit. And the people who actually knew how to do this shit was terrifying. Because you couldn't keep up with them. It was constant pressure no matter where you were. And then also learning where their iframes were were annoying. Like, they were a pain in the ass back in the day. A royal pain in the ass.
Yeah, and they're still scary today.
Yep.
How well he played Awakened Ranger is an absolute fucking terror in the battlefield.
Yep. Because it's basically it's a assassin class without being classified as one, because they can do so much burst damage.
Right.
So.
If you have a request,
All right,
you can
collect
always
silver.
tell me, okay?
Let's go get today's code, which is right there. And go post this in guild.
A6. Rolly. Oh.
24 hour.
24
Oh,
hour on.
yeah.
I was like, what?
Huh?
My
20
face started drooping from having a look at that one for a second.
24 hour.
You son bitch. No, you ain't get me alive, bitch.
Alright. Let's put this up. Get my old menu back. And
Are you here to pick your item?
start.
Where could I send it?
well, that's gonna be it for tonight. We've now got our bloods mostly caught up. Let's go ahead and update that. So wolf blood is now 24,200. Okay. 24,237. We're good on that one. So the only one we need to go back for is troll blood. We need 6,000 of it. We need 9,000 more ash sap, which I don't think we have collected 9,000 here. 2,000, so I only need 7,000 more ash sap. Okay. So when I go and clear this out, we'll be pretty much there. So we're doing okay. I'm gonna let that go ahead and burn. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, doing more of the gathering shit. We'll see what exactly we knock off the list in what order. We'll figure that out tomorrow. But we're pretty much almost done with this run, and then it will be a couple of other stuff to do. So yeah, y'all enjoy your evenings, take care, and we'll see y'all later.